was brilliant. I'm not quite Valhalla wet, but however, you know, I am absolutely dripping through all my feet and everything. I'll soon dry off in about 10 minutes today, but that was really good. I enjoyed that. Yeah, and the new tunnel looks very nice too. So you got all this theming, because you got to think, well, quite a few years back now, they added this building here over the lift, where they put a few different animatronics and water features in. So they've made a lot of improvements over the years to this rapids. And it's brilliant. It's one of the best out there. I mean, that's one of the wettest I've ever got on an Intamin rapids anyway. Obviously on some of the other manufacturers I've got quite wet, but yeah, for an Intamin, that was very wet. Yeah, these guys are really cool in here. You got some seagulls up there, Bert the seagull. And there we go, fjord rafting. Enjoyed the improvements that have been made there to fjord rafting. It was a great rapids before, but I can't believe how wet I got just. That was brilliant. Anyway, I'm just jumped on the Historama monorail just so we can get a bit of an aerial view of that Scandinavia rebuild construction. So I'll spin you back round so you can see it. Nice aerial view, and you get to see them details a lot more. So here we go. You can see that all the rapids trough runs right next to it. It's amazing how they got the rapids open within a few days of the fire last year. This place never fails to amaze me, honestly. Stunning. And it's great to actually see all these buildings back up now and not far off completion. When I was here at Christmas, they were just shells, really. Shells of buildings, whereas now it's nearly complete and ready to open. Like I said yesterday, it was originally planned to be open by now, hence why I did plan my visit for when I did do. However, yeah, it's just not quite finished yet. Perfecting them details. We'll get a great aerial look into the land now when we come round here. That's the beauty of this ride. It's brilliant for just getting some updates on it, and here we go. Let's look straight in. There we are, fantastic, wow. Really nice. Some of the buildings in there feel taller than they were before. Not too sure if they are or not, but especially them ones on the right hand side, they look much taller. So that means that you're going to feel a lot more sort of, when you're walking through it, a lot more isolated, which I think will be quite nice, really quite immersive in there. Because it was before, I always enjoyed it before. It was one of my favourite areas of the park. And down here in the Dutch themed area in Holland, all them facades are going to be rebuilt at the back over there. And of course that'll be the entrance to Pirates in Batavia. You can see there all the facades being worked on. Oh yeah, it's all coming on quite nicely. I mean, I'd imagine that the focus at the moment is getting them Scandinavia buildings ready. But when I'm next here later in the year, at Halloween, I'll get to go through it all. And obviously I imagine then we'll see a lot more from Pirates as well. I imagine there'll be a roof on by then, I'd say so. And just start work on the inside, I guess anyway. There we are, so we've arrived down at Food Loop. I am going to go in there for lunch, not quite yet, it's still only early. It's only just gone, what, 20 to 10? God, you get so much done early at this park, it's crazy. It wouldn't be a visit to Europa Park without coming to see my friend here who's playing his drum. You're right there. Hey, let's go on the African raft ride. Takes to all these different buildings. Seems like the sound effects have been turned up a little bit around here. Don't remember him being as loud before. Well, let's go, nice relaxing ride around the lake. The rhino squirting at me. This isn't the only boat ride to go around on the lake here. You can see you got the African Queen over there as well. Perfect timing there with the smoke. That's the thing with this park, so much more than coasters, some lovely relaxing rides. Stuff like this is all part of the Europa experience, and if you do come here, yes, you want to make sure you do the coasters, but make sure you have time for things like this. It's got a nice little indoor section towards the end. Stop, 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 It's a really nice dark ride scene, isn't it, at the end of this boat ride? And unless you've been on it before or watched one of these vlogs, you wouldn't know it really existed, because you can't see this at all from outside. Like, even the building for it is quite well hidden. You know me, I like my dark rides, or rides that have got dark ride scenes like this. It's quite nice. There's another little boat ride down in the Germany section of the park. That's got a little dark ride section. And there we go. African rafts. It's the little indoor scenes like that that really give Europa Park its charming feel. And up next, there's just a 1 minute wait for the Tirol Wild Wasserbahn. So let's go on. That's basically the log flume. So let's go and have a ride. It's a nice one, this. Goes through that indoor section, interacts with the diamond mine, the walkthrough, and also the Alpen Express powered coaster. Let's go. Here we are then, on the Tirol. Get ready for that first drop. In the front row. Hey, there's Ed Uramaus. Hey! Oh, lovely. Yeah, very nice. That was a pretty big splash there. Into that wonderful indoor section now. So chilled in here. Absolutely love this soundtrack as well. Definitely updated the lighting in here for this year. A lot brighter in there, which is good. It looks even fresher actually. Yeah, definitely lighting improvements. Maybe they've transitioned into LED from standard parkans. Here we go. It's only a 2-drop special, this one. It's quite nice, isn't it? Like, that indoor section makes this ride for me. Let's get ready for that finale drop. Oh! There we go. I actually got wetter on the smaller drop there. Pretty sure I've said that before, but there we go. Yeah, not a bad log flume. That it's not the longest, but it's nice. Well themed. And a few years back, they put all this around the side of the trough just to make it look a bit more pretty as well. There you are, the good old Tirol. It's a nice themed ride, that. It's always good fun to have a ride on the Tirol Wild Wasserbahn, and I've made my way over into the Spanish theme section now. Love it round here, and the floor's one of my favourite parts of this because you've got all the cobbles. It's really like you're in Spain. Thought about everything with this area, and there's a certain ride that I absolutely love round here, and it's Columbus. It's a spinning ride, and normally you just think, oh, it's a very bog standard ride. However, Europa Park put it indoors. A few years ago they upgraded it and put all projections in there, some other special effects including water fountains, and made it interactive so you could spin the wheel and turn at your own pace. So yeah, let's go for a ride on here. Projection mapping the ride, as I call it. Let's go and see Christopher Columbus.
Das muss man sich nur mal vorstellen. Die Völker dort wären plötzlich kalt.
So off we go. In a moment, all the shutters will close to make it dark. There we go. the projections begin. It's one big show, this overall ride. Here we go. We can spin the wheel this day to turn around. Fire the cannon by pressing the green button, or the green fuse as they say. Wonderful castle feature in the middle with all the fountain package, all the lights flickering on the boats. I love it. Brilliant ride. Oh, there's a storm brewing. Whoa. Come on, we've got to find this treasure. Can't be far off now. Yeah. I quite like riding it on the side and just leaving it facing in towards the middle. Yeah, just a bit different. Makes it a bit more intense. Woo! There we go. End of the ride. Columbus at Europa Park. Come and check it out in the Spanish theme section. There we are, shutters up, lap bars up, and off we go. There really is such a fantastic variety of rides here at Europa Park. And even though I've filmed numerous vlogs over the years, you still forget how many different rides there is until you walk into all the areas. Yes, you've got all the major attractions, but so many nice little cute rides, and everything's just so well presented here. Got a little coffee cups ride there, just over in the Dutch themed area now. Just having a look around here at that construction taking place on the rebuild. Still got all the facades around here at the moment, just covering it up on the scaffolding. However, you can see how the buildings are starting to go in there, ready for that reopening in 2020. But yeah, this area will just come back alive when all that reopens again, and you'll be able to walk back through the little shopping passage into Scandinavia. Yeah, it's all very exciting. Just love walking around and capturing the atmosphere. And yes, I've only had 2 days here this time, and it's certainly not enough to really get fully immersed into the Europa Park experience. Obviously this has come as part of a much bigger mega trip, and tomorrow I'll be on to my next park, the last few ones now. But yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? Like, I definitely feel like with Europa Park you want at least 3-4 days to really take it all in, and even more than that when Rulantica opens in November. It's going to be a week's worth really, because you want 4 or 5 days on the park and a couple of days up at Rulantica, I'd imagine, or a day in Rulantica and a day just to enjoy the facilities of your hotel. Yeah, honestly, it really is crazy how much this place is expanding, and it's certainly very, very exciting.
At Booking.com, you can find a house, a car, and even a bubble. But what happens there, that finds you. With endless possibilities, you won't believe what you'll find. Live curious. Booking.com.
Here we go then. Here we go then. A visit to Europa Park would definitely not be complete without going to the arena of football for a ride on Jimbo, because there it is. It's the Dodgems where you have to try and get this gym ball. Oh, I've got it into the goal. Come on, into the goal. Oh, hey. No handball is allowed. This is in the England theme section of the park. Oh, hey, the goal. Oh, oh, oh. And it'll flash and you get a sound effect. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, Jimbo! But yeah, it's literally, oh, I've got it, I've got the ball, I've got the ball. Yeah, it's literally a gym. Oh my God, literally a gym ball. Oh. Get it in. Oh, but yeah, there's a proxy and then it sets off a sound effect. Oh, the rider stops. Oh, hope we got no foul play. Right, we're back in action. I'm not too sure what happened then, but someone got a telling off. I didn't see because I was facing the other way. Maybe he stood up or something. I'm not too sure. Thing is with this, no one ever really bashes into each other because everyone's just obsessed with the gym ball. So that's why we come on it. Oh, there it is. Gym ball. There's some classic things at this part that have just got to be done. Get out of the way, number 5. I want that gym ball back. If you do ever visit Europa Park, you've got to come on here and just shout gym ball. Just do it for me and let me know in the comments. Oh, gym ball! Come on. That's it, get it in the goal. Oh, no. No handball, please. That's it, let's try and go back a bit. Oh, that's it, I've got the gym ball. There it is. Hey! That's gym ball for you. He's got it. Let's get it moving a bit. There we go. Oh, come on, in the goal. Oh, in the goal. Oh, he's going for it. Come on, here we go. Oh. Time for a taxi through central London. Hey, another ride here in the England themed area of Europa Park. Another one with a good soundtrack this. Here we go. Join in. Woo. It's another one a bit like the dancing dinghy what I did yesterday over in Ireland. Woo. The soundtrack really makes it. Quite enjoy these rides. Hey. On the crazy taxis. Loads of walk-on queues again today. Nice quiet day. Thought it was going to be busier this morning, but been good so far. Oh, bit of force. Apparently, air-conditioned vehicles are available on request, just so you know. So if you come here, make sure you request one. Look, there you go. Get a bit of AC on the go. Gonna need that in America. Hey. Not like I'll be driving a taxi all the way from London to America, but still. Coming up soon, I'm going to watch the ice show. Like I say, I can't film it. However, I'll give you my thoughts on Paddington. It launched last year. I didn't get to see it because it wasn't on at Christmas. It was a different ice show. So yeah, I look forward to seeing Paddington on ice coming up shortly. Hey. And welcome to Hansa Park here in northern Germany. I am so excited to be here at this park for the first time. I'm here with the one, the only, Harry Turnstiles, who's here as well, who's also not been to the park, so it's exciting for both of us, isn't it? Like, we've got 7 coasters to get on, including a few different Gerstlauer rides. However, we've got an infinity coaster called Karnen, the Oath of Karnen it translates to in English. I might try the German pronunciation later. And yeah, we're looking forward to riding that. The park itself looks quite small, but it's very, very cute. It's a family-owned park. It opened back in 1973. You want a fun fact, Harry?
Go on.
It opened as a Legoland park.
Really?
This used to be a Legoland. It was actually the second Legoland to open after the one in Denmark. Bear in mind, Denmark isn't actually that far from where we are. But there you go. Fun little fact for you. But yeah, so it was Legoland. Then it got renamed, I think, to Hansa Land. And then now it's Hansa Park. 7 roller coasters to get on. A few different water rides. Lots of different shows to see as well. And yeah, really much looking forward to it. A big thank you to the park for giving us some complimentary tickets to come in today, to come and experience this park. Very kind of them. And yeah, we're going to go in. We don't really know much at all about it. It's got a very cute style entrance with parts over the road. Like the main car park is across this main road out the front, and then you go up an escalator and cross over that brings you onto the entrance plaza just here, where you've got all your different facilities, guest services, picking up for tickets, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, the buildings are really, really nice around here. It's very, very cute. And yeah, let's make our way down towards the entrance. Park hours today are 10 a.m. until 6 p.m, which is good. But the park does open from 9 just to walk around, but rides from 10. So it's really good. Let's make our way through the turnstiles. Looks like we've got a mascot out here as well. Love it. Love the details on these buildings here. Absolutely wonderful. Looks like you've got a cafe just over there to the side. More different facilities. And you've got this beautiful clock here in the middle. That is really nice. There we are, 10 to 10. And what's even better is look at the floor here. I absolutely love this. These plants are moved around every day because it's the 14th of May 2019, so obviously they don't have to change that one throughout the whole year. This one they change once a month, and then this one they change every day. Like, how crazy is that? Like, I've never seen anything quite like that before.
I do like that.
Like, they just have to replant it every day and move things around. I mean, that is nuts, but I love it. Like, we've got a bit of a band set up here as well. I did hear them as soon as we arrived, but we just had to go and meet them to pick up our tickets. A very friendly member of staff, actually, who welcomed us to the park. But yeah, hopefully we get to see a bit of live band action later on.
Straight into the coast.
Yeah, it's like straight in, isn't it? I mean, like we say, it's not a massive park. It is quite a small park, but there's a lot jammed into this place, including the new for 2019 Highlander, the tallest gyro drop tower in the world. Look at that, it's not even 2 weeks old. So I'm looking forward to riding that. We've got this classic Schwarzkopf here, a few different Gerstlauers. Honestly, I'm really excited, and it looks very quiet, doesn't it? So, which is good. So
very nice entrance area here, isn't it? It's very kind of cute little entrance.
I just love the fact neither of us have been here before. It makes it so much more exciting. I think it's even better for the viewer as well when you're seeing our first reactions to things. We're not going to be able to film on the rides here, unfortunately. We did try and ask for permission, and it's something that they strictly don't allow, which is a shame, but I will get plenty of off-ride footage and in the queue lines and things where I can do as well. So I assume we're going to head over towards Carden. I mean, that is the one ride that we're very, very excited for, and we know a little bit about it. I'm going to put this out there. It's rare that I'd say this in a vlog, but there is going to be spoilers. So there's a few rides that have got a few secrets here. There is going to be spoilers throughout our reviews. I'm not going to sort of be one of these people that says, oh, something happens inside, but you've got to come and try it yourself. We review things on this channel. I will be saying the full experience. So if you do want to save that surprise, I'd recommend turning off at that point. But I will let you know when we're going to talk about the spoilers to some of the rides. But yeah, it's very, very nice. Let's very, very quiet as well. Oh, and there's Highlander going up. Love it. This is part of a Scottish area. It looks very cute, actually. Some nice buildings. I like how the Schwarzkopf interacts with it. Oh, little cleaning vehicle there. Get your hose pipe out. Yeah, let's head towards Carden. I'm going to have a look at the map because I don't really have a clue, but what we do know is it's in a massive tower over at the back of the park. And here she is. Oh my God. I've never seen a Gerstlauer that big before. That is absolutely nuts. The scale of that thing. It's just under 240 foot tall. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Obviously we've got the lift hill inside the Big tower there with the first drop. Features one inversion. This ride opened in 2015. However, there were some adjustments made to it in 2017, I believe. And that's what the surprise is all about. But I won't talk about the surprise until we've come off, because we don't really know what to expect. We know what's going to happen, but we don't know how it's going to feel or how big the surprise is going to be, do we?
I mean, I can guess.
Now we've seen this tower, yeah, it's given us a bit of an idea. But
this is an interesting support structure, isn't it? Here?
It is, like, look at the size of it. But yeah, it's been open since 2015. I know a lot of people have said, Sean, I can't believe you've never been to this park to come and ride it. And that is because I'm not a massive fan of Gerstlauer coasters, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to enjoy this. It looks stunning. It's probably, I'm saying it already, it's the most impressive Gerstlauer I've ever seen off-ride. I mean, I think the Smiler had that title before. As much as I don't rate the ride that much for looking at it, it's very visually impressive. But this, I think, wins on that one. Like, look at it. It is absolutely nuts. And it's huge. It goes all the way down the back over there as well. And it's really quiet. And the good thing is, we've not seen it going round, but there is people entering the queue line up there. I've seen a few people. I assume that's the queue area up the top. So it's got a very, oh yeah, that's nice. It's got a very nice train design because it's got lap bars as well, which is even better. This is what the Smiler should have had. Nice lap bars like that.
Big bouncy ball there.
Oh yeah, big bouncy trampoline. Wow, oh my God. That is absolutely crazy. Like, photos and video, what you're watching now on your screen, whether it's on a telly, on a mobile device, wherever it is, does not put that into perspective. That is absolutely crazy. When it opened in 2015, it didn't actually have any of the theming on it. That was all added later on. It was just a massive grey tower when it first opened, which I'm not a fan of the fact they did that. However, I suppose it was a massive project to build. I mean, look at the head shopper there, like, as we're coming down that drop. Oh my God, like, I'm a bit nervous, you know? I'm a bit nervous. Like, it's rare that I get nervous for a ride. It's a real mix of emotion. It's just knowing that something special is going to happen inside there. Yeah, it's got a massive storyline to this ride. I mean, the fact we've not seen it going round as well, like, is just going to make it even more impressive when we get on. Like, oh my God, very cute, very, very cute. Quite a lot of different shows to see here as well, which is good. I assume this is it. Is it? Oh, I don't know. Oh no, can't.
No, people are walking down that way. I think
Have we missed it? Have we? Oh yeah, this is it. There we are. You can tell we've never been before. This is the beauty of doing a vlog from somewhere that we've never been. No one in your group's been before.
Oh, it was where the test.
Oh, it was right. To be honest, we probably should have guessed that.
Yeah.
Being experienced theme park enthusiasts like we are.
So distracted by the ride.
Yeah, yes, we are. She's got a GoPro out there, look. Lovely. Can't say that on the ride though. It's a shame we can't film on the stuff here. Like I said, I did ask, I tried to get permission, but yeah, it's a strict no, which is fair enough. We'll respect the park rules, of course, as we always do. So let's go on and enter this queue line. Whew. So we're back in the queue line. Can't believe we missed that. We've walked in. It's quite a small queue line entrance actually for such a big ride. We were that distracted, like Harry said. We're going to be reaching speeds of just under 80 miles an hour, over 4,000 feet of track on this thing. Honestly, there's no one coming up here. Like, it's crazy. We've not seen it go round. It's like a big mystery. But there's a few different rides around here. We've got a Gerstlauer Skyfly over there. This flat ride looks really unique over here. You sit inside like a bow and it swings side to side. Don't ask, I don't know. We're in Germany, anything goes, but I love it. Here we are, very heavily themed queue line. Bit of audio, bit of storyline going on here on the screens. Wow. Yeah, apparently the whole story behind it is quite interesting. Well, we've got two different stairs there. I assume we go down any. Oh, it's got quite a spooky feel, this. I mean, I will explain a bit of the story afterwards. There's a lot of information about it online, so I'll find that and read it out, because I want to have another refresh of that myself. Wow. This has got atmosphere. There was a big throne there, I saw. Okay, first impressions of this ride, very, very good. Very, very good. You're joining us here as we do it for the first time. It's crazy. We've not seen any of this before. Not even seen pictures, video of any of this around here. Oh, and here we are. Schumer at the back. Right. This is the moment I probably won't be able to film from here on in. Wish us luck. This is it. It's time to find out the oath. The oath of Carnan.
Enthalten oft einen Funken Wahrheit. Seltsam nur, dass der Bann ausgerechnet jetzt wieder auftaucht. Dabei wird der Turm weder bedroht noch belagert. Ja, die zu tief in sein Innerstes vordringen. Wenn wir mit den Vermutungen richtig liegen, müssen wir ab jetzt äußerst vorsichtig vorgehen und jedes Risiko vermeiden. Am liebsten wäre eine zusätzliche, seit bereits entdeckten geheimen Kammern mit dem vermutlichen Ergebnis Baumes. Ohne sich den Kopf dabei abzuschlossen. Das ist wohl das ausgeklügelte System von Geheimnehmen, das sich gegen einer Fesselung versucht.
Was absolutely insane. That much so, we didn't just have one ride on Carnan. We went around for a second go, but that wasn't enough. We went around for a third ride, and mainly to get a front row on that thing. I mean, it does run 3 trains, but there's only 2 on the circuit today, and I can see why. It takes a long time for it to send out, but more about that in a second. The coaster itself, wow, honestly, that is by far the best Gerstlauer coaster I've ever been on. I mean, I'm not a big fan of their rides, and don't get me wrong, it's not the smoothest of experiences. It's a little bit jolty in places. However, what an amazing experience. So with that, you got 4 rows of 4 people. It features lap bars, and this is the point where there's going to be spoilers. So if you don't want to know anything about it, turn off here. Obviously, you can see all the ride outside up there, how crazy it is. However, it's what's inside what is even more nuts. So as soon as you showed a little bit of footage there of the queue line, I shouldn't get my words out. That was nuts. It's intense, especially 3 times. You come through that section of the queue into like another pre-show area where it explains more about the story, and then it's like, oh, you need to leave all loose articles here in this bookcase, and the bookcase opens up and it's actually a baggage hold, so that's quite cool. Similar to the likes of Icon, for example, where it drops down, but it's a bookcase and you pick it up from the other side when you come off the train, so that's quite cool. And then you step onto the train, stations all heavily themed, the queue line, amazing, one of the best out there. And then you get on the train, you go round a little drop, and then you make your way towards this lift hill, which is insane, which I'm pretty sure it's 100% vertical. However, it's very hard to tell because it's very disorientating. At first I thought it was maybe on a bit of an angle just like that, but it's certainly very steep, if not vertical. I'm not 100% sure because, like I say, I didn't want to do too much research myself before going on it. I wanted to save a bit of the surprise at least. And you make your way up this lift hill, but it's not just a matter of up you go and then down the drop, because absolutely insane. I mean, me and Harry, we're like, what the hell? We knew it was going to drop down, and it certainly does. It drops down the lift hill, like, amazing. You're looking up at like a projection at the top, and then as you're watching that, it drops down the lift hill. Like,
I mean, there's no other way to describe it.
No, like that is it, isn't it? It drops down the lift hill. Honestly, we're not joking. It physically, I think we were heading this way. It physically drops down the lift hill backwards. About 60 meters, which is absolutely crazy, and yeah, like, that was nuts. After that, of course, you then make your way back up. It takes a little bit of a time for it to get going, a bit like if you've been on the Smiler at Alton Towers in the UK. It takes a while before it goes up the vertical lift hill, just like that really. But there's all audio. I don't know what it's saying. I think it's explaining about the story, probably how you're going to die or something. I don't know. It normally is, isn't it, with all that theme going on? And yeah, and then it takes you up the lift hill, and then you go over the top, straight down into that drop, which twists round to the left, which is brilliant, and then into the rest of the layout, which is packed with airtime, some beautiful elements. It's ridiculously tall. It is a hyper coaster, so wow, honestly, absolutely world-class coaster. It's the indoor elements that make it. Don't get me wrong, I think the outside is fantastic. I haven't come off it thinking, oh, it's a top 10 coaster. I didn't think it was going to be for me, you know. I do prefer a ride that is a lot smoother in general. However, I'm certainly not disappointed with it. I think it's an awesome roller coaster. It's got one inversion, that's a Heartline roll, and that's at the end of the ride. To be honest, we've gone through it all, and I forgot that we hadn't even had the inversion yet, because you slow right down at the brakes at the end, and then it takes you into that Heartline roll, which is ridiculously slow. I think we're heading this way. We don't really have a clue where we're walking, to be honest. But yeah, that's a great airtime, a couple of big airtime hills. Honestly, what an amazing ride. Like, I loved it. I think Harry quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a bit bashing you about on the actual outside section, but I think that's probably just me on it. But
yeah, it
was really enjoyable.
Describe.
Really weird. Yeah, just really, really bizarre, isn't it, inside?
Weird is a good word to describe that ride. It is fun. Very strange. Yeah, it's good fun, very re-rideable a few times. I wouldn't want to go around on it again now because I've got a bit of gear stake. I know what you're going to say, oh, come on, Sean, but unfortunately, there's a little bit of pain I get right in the middle of my head, and I just only get it on Gerstein coasters. I'm not even joking, like, I don't know why it happens, but don't get me wrong, it was very enjoyable. It's not a top 10 coaster, it's probably not even in my top 20 to be honest, but it's a great ride, it's heavily themed, it's an immersive experience. If it didn't have the theming in the indoor section, you know, I probably wouldn't think it was as good. However, because it's got all that, it really, really makes it. But more to come from that, we'll talk about it later on. I'm like aching after that. It was really intense, and I love a good intense ride. And this park, I say they've got a lot of Gerstlauers. We've got another one which is just behind us, and look at this element here. Da, 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 da. Yeah, so we've got another Gerstlauer, and to be honest, the name of this, I'm gonna have to try and pronounce it because I don't know what the English is. Flug von Novgorod. I don't know. What do you think, Harry?
Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Yeah, he doesn't want to attempt. No. He doesn't want to attempt. Yeah, flight of something, I think. Flug, maybe? I don't know, but let's go. It's a Gerstlauer Eurofighter, this one. That was an Infinity coaster. This is a Eurofighter, so let's go.
Habt ihr nicht gehört? Verschwindet einfach! Dieses Land ist verflucht! Kommen in Offroad. Ihr Glücklichen habt den Weg geschafft.
Split off point there. So this opened in 2009. Of course, checking the roller coaster database. Good place to go to get all your facts and information on different roller coasters from all across the world. I like how you can pick your row on here. That's the thing with Carnan. Forgot to mention that you can't pick your row really. Like it's got a really good pre-show. We didn't really talk about that, but I'll mention it again at some point, either later on today or tomorrow. Yeah, this opened 2009, so it's the same year as Saw the Ride. It was also a Gerstlauer Eurofighter, but this I know features an LSM launch, so hopefully it'll feel a bit like the one on Anubis at Plopsaland in Belgium, because that's a really good fun one. Love it. Right then, so we've just come off the Gerstlauer Eurofighter, and again, another very, very heavily themed ride. Just looked into a bit of research. Again, it's got a very heavily themed queue line, station, storyline, and the ride's in two parts. But yeah, you've got a 62-mile-an-hour LSM launch that follows a bit of an onboard pre-show, where you've got a couple of bits. On the right-hand side, you've got some animatronics, a bit of a Pepper's Ghost style effect. On the left, it's then got like an animatronic with it's like one of the projection heads, but it was shaking quite a bit. It was quite poor quality. It was quite funny actually, but it was very heavily themed in there, don't get me wrong. It was a bit like, if you've been on the Alton Towers dungeon, like the boat ride in that, oh, there's a train line there. That's funny. Not in the bar, like actually outside. But yeah, what they've got, like all a big like basin and stuff with all like steam coming out of it, and very heavily themed like you're in this castle. But apparently it stands for Curse of Novgorod, which is a town in Russia or something. That's German for a town in Russia. I think Harry's up here on this boat. Look at this. Da-da-da. Tell you what, I'll come up to you. I'll come and have a look. Oh, I'll wait for this girl to come down. But yeah, don't get me wrong, that's probably the best Gerstlauer Eurofighter I've ever been on. So over there we got